when it comes to the Namibia conditions, pitch conditions and stuff, I'm fully aware in Namibia conditions because I've been there for a few times. So we want to get through to the ODIs in Namibia. That's the first step. Canada is a place where there's so much of talent. Even the youngsters, like, there's so much of talent. Even this, when you talk about the senior team, it's a big pool of good cricketers, and it's very hard to, even for selections, like there's a lot of quality cricketers in Canada. So we need a good system in place. Once we get the ODI status, we'll get more cricket coming. That will help actually to develop our the bench strength. So looking forward to all these plans, but don't want to talk too much about the future, because the first thing is for us to get this hurdle in Namibia.
My question is related to infrastructure, because cricket belongs to like the natural ground, natural pitches and everything, but unfortunately there is nothing in Canada. So how much difficult it is to manage, and what's your thoughts to just meet this requirement as soon as possible?
I think, like, knowing the Canadian system, the sports system for a long time, even when you talk about the other sports, Olympic sports and stuff, it's so important for the national team to perform. When the national team is not performing, and if you're not an ODI status country, and if you are ranked 20 or below that, no one is going to help us. So we need to show, like, our strengths and the intentions, and when the team start winning, the national team start winning and moving forward, I'm sure the government, the provincials will support us. So I think from my point of view, like, as a coach, I want this team to perform and move forward, and I'm sure the Cricket Canada board is working hard to get the other things right in the right place. But no one is going to help if you're not performing at the highest level. So that's I think key moving forward is for us to perform at this whatever the level that we play.
There's almost like 8 million people belongs to the South Asian countries, especially the cricket-loving countries, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, India. And you're also from there, and your captain is from like Pakistan board. So what do you see, like, if there is an opportunity for the Canadian cricket team, like the cooperation from Pakistan cricket board, Indian cricket board, Sri Lankan cricket board, not in terms of the national teams, like under 19, 18. Are you looking for these type of opportunities?
100%. We need, like, the support from all these big boards. But then again, like I said, we need to start showing them that we are on the right track. And 2024 T20 World Cup, which is happening in West Indies, and some games are happening in USA. I think that World Cup is so important for us to getting into that World Cup and show and play against these top teams if we get the opportunity to play, and show our strength. So yeah, like, I think we are on the right track, and once we start pushing ourselves for the next level, we will always going to look for the support from every board, whatever, like, whoever can give that support to us.
One thing, and that's a final question about your assignment, like you are working with the Canadian cricket team and the management of the Canada cricket. So you are hoping best from the Canadian cricket management in terms of long-term like contract with you till qualification of World Cup T20 2024 and later on.
Like, I don't have, like, like too much worry about my role, but I want, as a Canadian also, like, it's not that I'm just doing a job. I'm a Canadian now, and I want to see Canada moving forward. And at the moment, Cricket Canada is supporting me for everything that I ask for. They are giving me. So if we move this way, and I'm sure, like, I can help this team to move forward and do well. My only dream is, like, to see Canada moving forward, and I want to set up in such a way that we're never going to come back again. Like, earlier when I was here, we were beating Afghanistan and Ireland pretty easily, even Scotland. Now all these teams have gone forward and passing Canada, so there's a lot of catch up to do. Once we catch up all these big teams, and I'm sure we'll get a lot of support from Canada and then from outside as well.
Have the talent. The talent has always been here since I've been playing for Canada. We've always, on paper, had the best associate team, but just the results weren't forthcoming. But having the new coach Pubudu, he's helping us to actually fulfill that.
So we have all the plans already set up, but in the game, during the game, we just try to execute the plans that we have already made. If plan A doesn't work, then we go on plan B, and if plan B doesn't work, then we change the plans. But already everything is being discussed in the training, in the practices, in the team meetings before going into the game, and then we just go into the game and we try to execute that on the game
As well.
Thank you very much, coach, with being with me, Greece Malik. I am and hope so we will be keep in contact in the future.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thanks.
Thank you.